I guess I always say that about mine.
We're here at the Waihonhonu Track Car Park on a Sunday morning. Very breezy morning. Yeah, but we're just about ready to head off towards the hut where we're going to set up a tent for tonight and maybe hike towards the south towards the Tukino Mountain Road. But tomorrow's going to be the big day. We hope to go from the Waihonhonu Hut to Emerald Lakes and back again. So we're just about ready to set off. Allie and I lock up and off we go. Bit of a breeze today. Bit of a nuisance, but we get up in the trees here and get out of the wind. Ngauruhoe, still plenty snow covered. 1st of October. I think it's October 4th actually. It's only a couple hours into the hut, so it's no big deal. The track follows the original old coach road, the old stagecoach road, built I suppose in the late 1800s, and they're used up to about the middle of the 1920s perhaps, before they got the desert road completed. Entering a strip of bush right now, beech trees, a few other native species. We get out of the wind at least. We just have native vegetation along the track here. Some tussock, some hebe, some manuka. Good old Ruapheu in the distance. Snow's dwindling on it pretty fast. Hasn't been a big snow year. But out in the distance you can see a bit of a forested area on that slope in front of Ngauruhoe. We're now just entering Tongariro National Park. The first couple kilometers of the track was going through private land. Now we're in the national park. Well, we got to the Waihonhonu Hut in about an hour and a half. We've set up camp down by the stream there, the Waihonhonu stream. And we're going to have a hike towards the Tukino Mountain Road now. That's the Waihonhonu Hut. It's one of the newer huts in the national park. It really is a very, very well designed, very comfortable facility. But our tent's pretty good too. Pretty impressive view from the bay window in the hut. Ngauruhoe. And you catch a glimpse of Ruapheu as well. We've had a blustery day. The wind's got a little bit stronger actually now, but it's a warm wind. So we're just going to have a little bit of a hike south towards the Tukino Mountain Road and see what we can come up with over the next few hours. We'll just take a little detour to the old historic Waihonhonu Hut. That hut was built, probably in just the turn of the 20th century. It was a staging point on the old Coach Road in those days. Looks like a shed, but I'm sure it's very, very weatherproof. Wouldn't take much to heat it. And they've taken the doorknob off. You can? On the left?
Around the end, yeah.
Oh, so this was the ladies' bunk room, the ladies' quarters. 1904. That's when the hut was built.
Yeah, it had another layer of corrugated iron filled with pumice, and the outside was pit-sawn tundra.
So you could catch a coach from Waihuru to the south of here to the hut in the early 1900s. One of our historical tourist sites. There she is, the historic Waihonhonu Hut. Those were the days. Now we're going to head towards the Tukino Mountain Road. The wind is blowing a gale, but it's a warm wind. Well, next little highlight along the way is the Ohinepango Springs. I guess the screen just bubbles out of the ground here. Beautiful clear water. Great place to recharge the water bottles. Not too exciting of a track. The vegetation isn't spectacular. Tussock, hebe, another native vegetation along the way here. But good old Ruapheu and Ngauruhoe in the background, of course, is quite spectacular. Tukino Skifield is quite a ways to the left on Ruapheu. So it's a long ways to that road yet. And you can see why it's called the desert. Pretty barren here. Not a lot of vegetation out there. Just sand. Some cool erosion features on the track right here. Action! Cut! We can see the road running up that ridge and the repeater station on the hill, almost like a saddle, a hump on the left of the saddle. You can see the car winding its way down the the road there. Pretty wide angle shot, you might not be able to pick it up. Anyway, time for us to turn around and head back to Waihonhonu. Wind's still blowing a gale. Well, we're back at Waihonhonu, the hut, not very far from our campsite. It's been a good day. We walked about an hour and a half to get into the hut from the car park at the Desert Road, and we set up our tent here. Then we headed for a little bit of an excursion, went up to the Waihonhonu Historic Hut. Then we headed south towards the Tukino Mountain Road. We headed 2 hours in that direction, and we didn't quite get to the road, but we could see the road, so we knew where we were at. We had enough for the day and headed back here to home base. Now we settle in for a lovely evening. I'm sure there's going to be some great sunsets. The mountains, Ruapheu and Ngauruhoe, are going to be pretty startlingly beautiful, I'm sure, over the next couple hours. We'll have a few other campers around, probably.